The Carthage Redmen look to snap a three-game losing skid as they open up the home portion of their conference schedule tonight, hosting the North Park Vikings. Good evening and welcome to the beautiful Tarble Arena on the campus of Carthage College in Kenosha. I'm John Weiser. Glad you could be along for Carthage Redmen basketball tonight. The Redmen enter play at 3-4, 0-1 in conference play, while the North Park Vikings check in at 2-6, 1-0 in conference play. Carthage suffered their third straight defeat Saturday in Bloomington, falling to the Illinois Wesleyan Titans 75-67 in overtime. Redmen led by 2 at the half, 28-26, and rolled out a 13-point second-half lead with 13 minutes left in regulation. But a 6-minute dry spell along with a 14-0 tight run gave Illinois Wesleyan a 50-48 lead. Titans pushed their lead to as many as 7 down the stretch, but in the final minute, a pair of clutch threes by Keenan Baltimore and a third by Jordan Kodrowski sent the game into overtime, tied at 62. But overtime belonged to the Titans as the Redmen were outscored 13-5 in the extra frame. Cold shooting held Carthage to 2 for 7 from the field in the final 5 minutes, while Wesleyan connected on 4 of 6 attempts, including 2 of 3 from behind the arc. Keenan Baltimore led the Redmen in double figures with a game-high 23 on 8 for 22 shooting. Also, Jordan Kodrowski had 22 points, and Sean Johnson went 4 for 4 from the field. One of those from 3. He finished with 12 points and 11 rebounds, tying team high with Mike Kennedy on the glass. Meanwhile, for North Park, they entered tonight's game. They started this season 0-5, but they have righted the ship, so to speak, as they've won 2 of their last 3, including the upset win at home Saturday over the Wheaton Thunder, 68-65. Toby Merrick hit for 28 points, and Matt Zuba collected 12 rebounds and 4 blocks in that win. Zuba leads the team in scoring. He's averaging just over 12 points per game. He's also a team-high rebounder, averaging 9 per contest. He is a 6'6 sophomore, a strong, physical forward. He moves well without the ball and is leading their team in offensive rebounds, blocks, and steals. And half his shot attempts are threes, and he loves that little trifecta in transition, if you will. The guard, Tangan, another 6'6 forward, leads his team in minutes played this season, and he's really good. A turnaround mid-range jump shot out of the post. And he is a tough, aggressive player, and you got to keep an eye on him, especially in transition as well. Well, the Redmen swept the Vikings last season, winning here last December, 88-53, and then dispatching North Park in Chicago in late February, 85-75. Vikings still hold a 57-55 all-time record against Carthage. The bulk of that coming during the great Viking run in the late 70s through the early 90s under head coach Dan McCarroll and current Redmen coach Bosco Jurakovic. Speaking of Bosco, we're going to pause and take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll visit with the head coach of the Carthage Redmen, Bosco Jurakovic, get his thoughts on tonight's contest at the Redmen host North Park at the Tarble Arena. Back with that after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Welcome back to the Tarble Arena, everyone, as we get set for Redmen basketball tonight. Carthage returning home to take on North Park. By head football coach Bosco Jurakovic. Ball game. First home game of the season and a chance to even up your conference mark 1-1.
The goal, John, the two-game home game week, and have to take care of business tonight. North Park not played particularly well during the course of the year, but they had a great win on Saturday night, beating a very good weak team at home. So they're playing with a little bit of an edge right now, and a little bit of confidence, and we're going to
Have to come out with some energy here tonight too, and try and erase that the second half of the game down in Bloomington on Saturday. That one little stretch of that 14-0 run. Had to fight to get that one into overtime and at least to play an extra session to have a chance.
It was an interesting ball game. Had a good week of practice. We did a very good job of taking them out of what we wanted, and yet the game had a lot of up and down. We'd get ahead, they'd catch us. We'd get ahead, they'd catch us. A couple of times we went through possessions without good looks, and that comes back to bite you a little bit of quality basketball. Very, very interesting game. It wasn't one of those 97, 95s. It was long college.
Yeah, and Keenan Baltimore with 22 in the ball game, and I think most impressed with the rebounding totals in that game. Johnson and Kennedy each with 11 in that contest. Use that tonight. Might be a winner.
Well, if our guards rebound the way they did Saturday, we'll really. I think Kowalski had 8, Kennedy had 11, and you can do that every night. You're not going to get an 8-11, but if you get 5 apiece from those two guys every night, you're going to.
Defense was, I thought, very good in the fact that really kept Brady Rose under control for the entire ball game.
Best job we've done on Brady Rose. He's really played very well against us and has hurt us the last couple of years. I thought our preparation was good, and I thought Kennedy and Best did an excellent job of getting over and doing a good job making him work hard for his shot.
Your opponent tonight, North Park, as we mentioned, coming in off that huge win at home against Wheaton. And you look at the numbers in that ball game, you know, Aston Francis still had his 32 points, but it's how he got them. 35 shot attempts in that ball game.
Aston Francis is as good of an offensive guard player as played in this as he can take shots out of. Having said that, he has averaged 28 shots a night. I don't know anybody who's averaged 28 shots a night. That's probably, and I haven't looked at it carefully, more than 50 total field goal attempts. That makes it tough. You're just then reliant on one guy to get you that 38 or 40, and had he had a good percentage the other night, Wheaton wins. He did not. North Park walked out of the.
Isaiah Sanders was given the task of defending him, and you look at it and looking at the tape, not much flashing and driving to the basket, pretty much kept him out on the perimeter making his crazy little twirling threes.
He makes shots that other people don't take, makes him a very difficult guard. Yeah, on nights that he's good, they're as good as any country. I remember at our meeting he talked about it. Giovanni out at Augustana said, never seen a player at our level of that caliber offensively, and that's what he is. And North Park, to their credit, made him take difficult shots and walked out ahead.
They played with a lot of emotion on Saturday. They're going to bring that here today. And Toby Merrick coming off that 28 point, 8 rebound, 4 on the offensive glass. I believe he's the leader in their offensive rebounding.
It's fun to score 28. Anytime you can get 28 points in a conference game or a non-conference game, for that matter, it's fun. And here's a guy who's kind of paid the dues. He's worked into a position that he's at now, and he's averaging 11, 12 points a game, and 28 points in the conference. Oh, my goodness, is that fun.
What do you look to do here tonight? What are you trying to take away from the Vikings here tonight?
Key with them is keep them in front of you so they don't get comfortable. You can make them take difficult shots. It's hard for sure because they're looking for penetration. They want you to come help and throw the ball to Zuba, throw the ball to Tangen. They take their shots. 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys around the. If they get those shots, if you can control them and limit shots that those people get, you're going to get shots that you want. Then it's just
match their physicality underneath as well.
Absolutely. They're physically tough. Both those big guys are, again, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys that play with very good pace, and they're tough guys. Again, our effort Saturday night was not a gave it 45 minutes. Very, very competitive effort. Had 2 days of practice. I think the guys have bought into that. We'll see what happens tonight.
Brought up keys to the game tonight. What's going to take for a Redmond win?
Offensive execution. Continued good defensive effort.
We'll get him.
Thank you, John.
Head basketball coach Bosko Jurkovic joining us on our pregame as the Redmond gets set to take on the North Park Vikings. We'll have the starting lineup and the tip-off of tonight's game following the 60-second break. You're listening to Redmond basketball on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP. John Weiser back with you live from the Tarble Arena in Kenosha. Redmond facing their first conference foe at home tonight. They'll take on the North Park Vikings. 4 teams in the CCIW getting votes this week in the D3Hoops.com Top 25. Augustana checking in at number 3. Illinois Wesleyan moving up 2 spots to number 8. North Central cracks the top 25 this week, checking in at number 20. Wheaton drops out of the top 25 with their back-to-back losses last week to the University of Chicago and North Park. The Thunder in the category others receiving votes, but still nonetheless 4 teams out of the 9-team league getting votes this week in the D3Hoops.com men's poll. Over on the women's side, Illinois Wesleyan, the only team in the CCIW ranked in the top 25 this week. Titans check in at number 13. Wheaton Thunder also receiving votes in the top 25 voting field. Getting set for our ball game here tonight, we have the pep band with us this evening, and we're going to be having a little more atmosphere here tonight. Take it downstairs to the scorers table. Dustin Haas is our PA announcer tonight.
Flag the arena. At this time, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your cap. Playing of our national anthem by the Carthage College Pep Band.
Carthage Pep Band with our national anthem tonight from the Tarble Arena here in Kenosha. The starting lineups tonight for the North Park University Vikings under head coach Tom Slider. 2-6, 1-0 in the CCIW. Their big win Saturday night at home over Wheaton. Starting for the Vikings, it'll be Toby Merrick at a guard, 6 foot 188, a sophomore from Austin, Texas. Matt Zuba will start at a forward, 6'6", 215, a sophomore from Arlington High. Kindrell Morris will play guard, 5'5" freshman out of Elgin. Isaiah Sanders, who had the defensive responsibility on Ashton Francis the other night, 5'11", 165, a sophomore from Taft High School in Chicago. Finally at forward, the guard Hangen, 6'6", 202-pound junior out of Oslo, Norway, rounding out the starting lineup for the Vikings from North Park. Tom Slider, their head basketball coach. Let's head down to the scores table once again. Dustin Haas with tonight's Carthage starting lineup.
Are you ready? And now, introducing your Carthage Redmen. At forward, a 6'5" junior from Zion Benton High School in Zion, Illinois, number 24, Keenan Baltimore. At forward, 5, Hanover Horton High School, hailing Concord, Michigan, number 22, Preston Laceda. At center, a 6'10" sophomore from Notre Dame College Prep High School in Chicago, Illinois, number 34, Sean Johnson. At guard, 5, Lake Hills, Illinois, number 50, Mike Kennedy. And at guard, a 6'3" junior, Downers Grove North High School, Downers Grove, Illinois, number 21, Jordan Pedrowski. The head coach of Redmond, Bosco Kovic. Coach Kovic, Vice Quincy French, Marlin Sr., Jose Garcia.
Familiar lineup for the Redmen, their starting lineup.
Tonight.
Mike Kennedy, Jordan Katrowski, Baltimore, and Sean Johnson. About 7-game stretch thus far. By Rick Zuba, Forrest, again. North Park, black jersey, black shorts. Gold trim down the side, white letter. Redmond in the white jersey, white shorts, red lettering. Officials David Cronin, James Wilburn, and Williams. For Cronin will start of our ball game. Yep, by Red work it left right in our broadcast tonight. Clyde Gerlong for Redmond basketball. And man defense for Park. Johnson top take down by catch up and as well. Merrick fight out dark card by top but out right shot taken by good down on Johnson and Baltimore with it high in the right. Johnson bounce block left side back. Turns on Sanders, goes up top right and hit. Posting up Sanders that time down low on the left block, back in. Over left right. Now, right, Cash Kennedy up last, no good. Down Laceda, one for the red flag. One of the good things that came out of the out rebound flag. Krowski, they left him alone. He scoots all the way in, circles around, layup right side, and immediately Tom Slider can call a timeout. 4-0 start for the Red as over his hand, letting Kraus all the way around. Truly. Oh, but, um, here's another ironic. The point of one or called night. 3 on the left wing on a play, but knocked down. Shooter 4-3 red. Nice look, backdoor feed, and the two-hand flush. Sean Johnson off the feed. Red off that left side. Over. That back. Five red. Ultra up left. Barely trying. Sean Johnson here with the offensive board and the stick back low left. With 4. 5 red. Tight. Scuba trying to cross. Pull. Side it goes to Johnson. Off left. All. They'll run the 4. Earl Morris way down. Gets low. Finish low right. A foul and one more up. All set up by the facing a court. Eight. Right. Again, down low. Johnson. First layup left side is good. Redmond posting up Johnson down low. Back. Long rebound. Out to the ball. Side. Up. Oh, another offensive board. Johnson goes strong to the basket. Overlaid as it curled all the way around and off. One of those down went back up with it. Off, pull it in. Inbound. Kraus left wing. He'll take 3 and hit. Kraus for the trip is up to a 5-point start. 5-point. Side. Shot no. Rebound. Head. Outlet. Court. Kraus. Right wing. Back to Leketta. He'll take 3 and hit. Preston Leketta for a triple, and the Redmen on an 8-0 run, put up 8-point lead. Timeout, North Park. Their second out. 8 Redmond. Carthage 7 of 12, 2 for 2 hitting the, while North Park 3 of 8, 37%, 1 for 2 from the arc. Kedrowski, or I should say Johnson with 6, Kedrowski with 5. Lead the way for the Redmond. Zuba and Ongen each with 3 for North Park. Much like this was on Saturday night at this point, Redmond had a 4-4 advantage on Illinois Wesley. Now you keep the momentum going here, where the Redmond gave up that nothing run that found themselves down to about 7 minutes to go in that first half. Themselves back in shape, and then took that 2-point lead. Avoid the letdown here. Same 5 out there for the Redmond. Krauski, Johnson, Laquetta, Ball, Simmons, Zuba. Zuba out. Scott Olson in now, placing Zuba. Looking on the near wing to Simmons. Simmons. Top. Around to Merrick. Merrick pulls up the shot, partially blocked by Johnson. Blocks it again on Tangen. Tangen goes up a second time, missing. Johnson with the rebound. Sean Johnson blocked for the Redmond. Arthur with it now. Nothing run. Laquetta. It off to Kedrowski left wing. Uses Laquetta as the screen. Fires the 3. Back iron miss. A high rebound in the battle for the loose ball. We got a foul. Andrew Williams spots a little contact inside. Oh, and Scott Olson. That's his first, second on the team. Carthage possession left of the basket as Kennedy will inbound. Gets it to Kedrowski, curls around, fires from the corner, air ball miss. Picked up by Baltimore underneath and sticks back low right. Now we've got delay of game warning here on Kedrowski, interfering with the ball as it came through the basket. 18-8, 10-0 run here for the Redmond. 14.5 minutes to go here in the first half. John Weiser with you from the Tarble Arena tonight. Glad you're along on 1050 WLIP, and hello to you listening in on WLIP.com and to our viewers watching on the Carthage video stream tonight. Glad you're with us. Good night for college basketball tonight. Spin move in the paint. Morse going strong to the basket, missing. Off. Baltimore now high on the right. The left side triple. Got it. Mike Kennedy for the 3. It's a 13-0 run. 21-8. Redmond lead. 5 play. Top start. Good. That go. Carol Morris. Straight up in. Good. Right in. Rim. Side Laquetta on a nice speed from Kedrowski. Lays it up and in. And another timeout taken by North Park. Leiter not at all happy with the way things are unfolding here. Takes his third timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll break as well. 13:22 to go. First half. Redmond 23. North Park 10. 10-50. WLIP. Play resumes following the North Park third timeout of the half, and they get penetration and a foul. Kendall Morris able to penetrate. The foul will be charged to Preston Laquetta, his first. Laquetta will come out. We get our first substitution for the Redmen tonight. Jumping in will be Jacob Pogles, the 6'3 junior out of Australia. 23-10 Redmen. They get it inside. Nice feed on the cut. Kendall Morris able to finish low left. Morris with 4, his team's leading scorer. 23-12 Redmen. 7 minutes gone by here in Kenosha. Pogles high on the right. Swings it off to Johnson. Left side Kennedy. Using Johnson as a screen. Kick to the right side Kedrowski. Cross-court feed to Baltimore now. Baltimore high on the left. Guarded by Simmons. Gives it to Kedrowski with 7 on the shot clock. Kedrowski now on the penetration. The kick to the right corner. To the 3 on the way by Kennedy. No good. Rebound pulled in by Simmons. A little more energy here now by North Park. Sluggish here to start this ball game. They get up top. Tangen for 3. In and out. Rebound pulled in by Kedrowski. Had a good look. Let him take it. And not afraid to 7 for 26 now on the 3 ball this season. Now Kennedy will set it up. Drops it down low. Left block Baltimore. Back up top. Pogles for 3. Off no good. Rebound Baltimore, and he made contact with Merrick, and Merrick picks up the foul. First on Merrick, team's third. Zuba will check back in for North Park. Checking in for the Redmen, TJ Best replacing Kennedy. Zuba back in, replacing Simmons. 12:05 to go here in the first, 23-12 Redmen. Baltimore takes the inbound feed, hands it back to Best. TJ looked good in the shoot-around today. Hit just about everything. Got a travel on Pogles, shuffle the feet. Andrew Williams on the call. In that crow hop, I was talking with a couple of people at the shoot-around today about that call. We've seen that, I think, every game now, at least once a half. Crow hop, stutter step, trying to set the feet for the shot as they get it inside. Tangen on a nice feed from Morris, able to finish low. 5 points for Tangen. 23-14. 11.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Johnson, turnaround shot from 12, good. It's a shot he had struggled with last Wednesday against Olivet, pretty much from that same spot on the floor. That little 15-foot mid-range jumper would not go down. I think 7 of them in that Olivet game. Vikings will shut it up. Up top, Morris. Got to force it inside, broken up by Best as he got in front of Merrick. Best going in, will lay it up, and it fell off. No good. Kedrowski following it, and it was deflected out of bounds by Morris. It'll be Carthage ball underneath. Best got that steal, but unable to finish. And again, that tweener where he got to the basket and kind of short-armed it rather than take it off the glass. Inbound feed to Baltimore. The floater in the paint won't fall. The rebound goes to Zuba. Outlets down the wing. Morris pulls up outside the arc. Morris now penetrates. Dumps back to Zuba for 3. Back rim, no. Rebound Johnson for the Redmen. It's 4 boards for Sean Johnson tonight. 25-14 Redmen. 10.5 minutes to go. Kedrowski now on the drive. Jump stop in the paint. Couldn't get it to fall. A tip out into the corner. Left side picked up by Morris. He'll race it out. Drill Morris. Kicks it off to Merrick for 3. That's a back rim miss. Baltimore with the rebound for the Redmen. Carthage with 16 boards. A plus 10 on the glass here in the first half. Kedrowski now works it off to Baltimore. Working on Tangen, turns on Tangen, fires. The floater won't go. Johnson able to tap it to himself. Kept it alive. The kick to Baltimore in the left corner. Now on the drive in the paint. The Johnson wasn't ready for it. It deflects out and stolen away by Morris. Morris down the floor to Merrick. Count it and 1 on the layup from the right side by Merrick on the feed from Morris. It was all set up by that ill-advised pass. A little 2-foot pass from the paint to the free throw line to Johnson, who wasn't ready for it. And Morris with the steal out. And then Merrick able to finish. And we got Carthage taking a 30-second timeout here with 9:52 to play. Again, a reminder to Redmond back home Saturday. They will host Elmhurst, part of a doubleheader that gets underway at 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Lady Reds and Elmhurst at 5, followed by the Redmond and Blue Jays at 7. Also, this reminder, Monday night we've got a makeup of that Cornell College Carthage Lady Red game that was postponed because of the snowstorm Thanksgiving weekend. That has been rescheduled for this coming Monday, December 10th at 5:30 here at the Tarble Arena. Again, students, staff, and faculty all admitted free with your Carthage College ID. No excuses. Come on out and enjoy Lady Red and Redmond basketball all season long. Merrick on the line to complete the three-point play. 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists Saturday against Wheaton. Knocks down the and one. 25-17, they're back to within 8. 9:45 to play. Led by as many as 13, 23-10. Free ball on the way, no good by Laquetta, and the rebound outlets to Morris. It's now back up top to Zuba. Looking for a cutter, back up top to Zuba. Defense by Best on Merrick that time as Zuba off balance to the basket, missed the shot. The rebound, Kadrowski. One and done. It has been for North Park here in the early going. Best now. To Laquetta. To Kadrowski. Lob it into the post to Johnson. Ball deflected around like a pinball out to Kadrowski near center court. Never hit the rim, so 8 to shoot here for the Redmond. Kadrowski now right at the free throw line. Again looks for the lob down low to Johnson. He's able to finish with the layup low left. Johnson with 10 first half points. Kadrowski with the assist, the lead back out to 10. Engen puts it off to Zuba. Back over to Olsen. Olsen fakes his way back inside, overlays as it caroms off the glass clean to Best. Never touched iron that time. Right off the window to Best. Now Poglace with it, high on the right. Works it off to Johnson, top of the circle. Back to Best. Merrick with a near steal. Now Laquetta, no look, pass back to Best. Streaks down the left side and finishes with the layup. Give and go, Laquetta to Best. First 2 points tonight for TJ. 29-17. Lead back to 12. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Engen now puts it on the floor, trying to get around Johnson, and the foul by Sean Johnson, who was knocked to the ground. Slow to get up. Gets some help from Poglace, Laquetta, and Kadrowski. Back to his feet. Engen at the free throw line. Perfect from the line this season. Gets that one to settle in. For 2 tonight from the stripe. We'll get Johnson and Kadrowski out. Checking in for the Redmond, Brett Chirac and Kyle Pierce. Pierce 6'4" sophomore, Chirac 6'2" sophomore as well. Engen goes 2 for 2. He is yet to miss from the line this season. He's got 7. 29-19, Redmond lead here, 7:45 to play. Chirac now on the drive. No look, pass down low to Pierce. Missed the shot, bothered by Tangen that time. Outlets to Merrick. Merrick down the floor. In a hurry, going right to the rim. Count it, and one. Toby Merrick with that high-energy drive. He was not going to be denied. As soon as he hit midcourt, he had his eye on the rim and took it right to the iron to draw the foul. The and one upcoming for Merrick. Will go on Poglace, his first, 5th on the team. Merrick's free throw is good. They've pulled to within 7. 29-22. 5-0 mini run here for the Vikings. Best now working on the right wing to Poglace. Guarded by Olsen. Gets to Laquetta, left of the free throw line. Turning, will shoot over Zuba, missing. Rebound pulled in by Sanders. Merrick now across midcourt. Engen left alone for 3. That one off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound, Chirac. Fighting Pierce that time, his own teammate, for that ball. Redmond out rebounding North Park 20-9 here in the first half. Pierce, top of the circle, swings to best left wing. Now to Poglace for three, straight on. That one is no good, and the rebound pulled in by Zuba. It's gone 2 minutes now without a field goal. A little rolling one hand that time. Inside the paint taken by Sanders was no good. Laquetta clears it off the bet. Laquetta with 4 boards tonight. Poglace to Laquetta for three, top of the circle, partially blocked. Well, they say it was short. Not blocked. I thought Tangen got a piece of that one as it came up short. It'll be North Park ball, trailing by 7 here with 6:24 remaining. Kennedy back in there now, as is Keenan Baltimore for the Redmen. Work to the corner, left side Merrick. Back up top to Zuba, near side it goes to Olson. High on the right wing, little 2-dribble drive by Sanders. Got a whistle and a foul on Chirac. Brett Chirac that time with the foul. That's his first. Team 6th. North Park will inbound in front of the Redmond bench. Olson to trigger. Gets it into Merrick. 5-0 run here by North Park. Going to add to it here on this possession. Merrick now working off a screen set by Tangen. Back up top to Olson for three. That one's no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Kennedy. One and done once again. Baltimore now. No look pass to Laquetta, streaking in left side, lays it up and in. Baltimore had that ball right out near the three-point arc in the left corner. Just a soft bounce feed to Laquetta coming down the lane for the easy stroll and layup. 7 points now for Laquetta. 9-point Redmond lead, 5:25 to go here in the first half. Olson with it now. Works it off to Zuba. Zuba, free throw line jumper on the way. That's a back iron miss. 2 Redmond players in there for the rebound. It's Kennedy scoring the board. Kennedy with 11 rebounds Saturday night against Wesleyan. Set it up offensively to Chirac right side. Gets a Laquetta screen for a little bump and run that time. Well covered by the Vikings. Lob down low to Pierce, going glass, too strong. Got his own rebound. Second effort. Count it. And one. Kyle Pierce working hard inside, the 6'4" sophomore out of Ada, Michigan. Got a couple of good looks down low left, able to finish on the second one, draw the foul, and a chance for the three-point play. Merrick with the foul across the arm. That's 2 on Merrick. Set the line for the and one, and the lefty's up and no good. Zuba with the rebound. 11-point Redmond lead, 33-22. Approaching 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Zuba with it here on the near side, hands it off to Morris. Morris on the drive, trying to lose Kennedy. Kennedy, good job staying with him, forced to give it up. They work it in the right corner. Tangen now, driving, reversing left side layup is good. Got around Laquetta that time, got a step on Laquetta. Made his cut to the paint, laid it up and in. 9 for Tangen tonight. 33-24. Baltimore to Laquetta. Open three, right side. That's going down. Uncontested three, and now Tom Slider will take his 4th timeout of this first half, a 30-second timeout. That's right, he's burned 4 timeouts here in the first 16 minutes of play tonight. 2 timeouts remaining for North Park. 36-24 Redmond. Carthage 16 for 34, 47%, 4 of 9 from 3, that's 44%. Laquetta with 10, Johnson with 10, your leaders for the Redmen. Meanwhile, North Park 9 for 26, 34%, 1 for 7 shooting the 3. Tangen with 9 to lead the way for the Vikings. Rebounding, Carthage a 24-12 advantage on the glass. Vikings will bring it up from the backcourt. Morris with it. Got around Laquetta, ran into Kennedy, lost the dribble, picked up. We got a held ball, Laquetta with it. Able to tie up Kendrell Morris. Good help out that time by Kennedy. Cut off the dribble penetration by Morris. force the tie-up. Vikings to inbound, right of the basket. Zuba with it, raising up in front of Pierce. Good job by Pierce facing him. Get it back up top. Sanders with it. Now hands it off to Morris. The left corner three, Zuba. That one's no good. Ball tipped back out. Tangen picks it up. And this will be Morris for three. That one's no good. Another tip out back to Morris. That time by Zuba. Now feeds Tangen low inside the bump. And they got to travel. They call a travel on Tangen. It could have been a foul on the Redmond Pierce that time. He got faked out by Tangen's presentation. Kind of showed him the ball, then reversed left, and then went with the layup. Was whistled for the travel before he got the shot off. Now Baltimore with a floater left side, no. Battle for the loose ball to flex off into the hands of Olsen. Outlets to Morris once again. Vikings will set it up. Redmond exclusively man defense here. Zuba over Baltimore and hits. Just inside the three-point arc at the top of the circle for Zuba. 36-26. Redmond lead to 10 here. At the top of the circle, left side Chirac. Inside left block, it goes Baltimore, turning and hits. Posting down Tangen that time on the left block. Keenan Baltimore, 6 points for the junior out of Zion. 38-26 Redmond, 2:45 to play. First half here in Kenosha. Chirac able to save it, and no, he didn't. He stepped over the end line. Thought for a moment there he was going to save that loose ball in the far corner. But he stepped on the end line as he slapped it off of Olsen out of bounds. Kedrowski back in, as is Sean Johnson. Kedrowski, Johnson, Kennedy, Baltimore, and Pierce for the Redmond. Morris for three over Kennedy. That one's no good. Well contested that time by Kennedy, and the rebound to Kedrowski. 2:20 to go, 38-26 Redmond. Give and go look, Baltimore to Kedrowski, lays it up and in. Kedrowski took it across midcourt, fed Baltimore on the right wing, and just sprinted down the baseline. And Baltimore hit him in stride for the easy layup. Easy looks so far inside for the Redmond tonight. They're hitting at 48%. Largest lead of the game now at 14 for Carthage. Under 2 minutes to play. Zuba with it high on the right, guarded by Baltimore. Brings it off to Tangen, trying to work on Johnson, put it on the floor, got around Johnson, missed the layup. Rebound Zuba, the kick outside to Morris for three. This one will go down. Kendrell Morris for the triple. He's got 7 tonight, 40-29 Redmond. 90 seconds to go here in this first half. Good first half here for the Redmond. They kept it going offensively. One little 3-minute glitch there where they were without a field goal, but they have righted themselves nicely here. Kennedy for three. That one's no good. The rebound tapped around. Zuba comes away with it. It's to get it into single digits here this trip. Morris back out to Zuba. Thought about the three. Put it on the floor. The kick to the left corner to Olsen for the triple. In and out, no good. Johnson had it. Lost it. Tangen took it away from him and laid it up and in left side. Cuts the deficit to 9. Tangen now with 11 first half points. Right at his season average. 40-31 Carthage. They throw it away. Bounce speed looking for Johnson. Turnover Redmond. Just their second turnover of the half. Neither team turning it here in this first half. It is a big possession here for North Park. Come away with something here. Morris, little short jumper. That one won't fall. Rebound Pierce. Pulled up by the top of the circle. And uncontested look there. Cardell Simmons back in there now for North Park. 27 seconds to go. Inside look, Pierce laid it up left hand, missed it. Second time tonight, Pierce has missed the bunny. Vikings with the rebound. They'll dribble it out. They can play for the final shot here. 12 seconds to go. Morris guarded by Kennedy out near the center circle. Crossover dribble trying to lose Kennedy. To Simmons. Simmons driving in left side. Cut off by Kedrowski. Lost control of it, and they don't get the shot away in time. Good defense by the Redmond to close here by Kedrowski and Kennedy to prevent the final shot. And so the Redmond will take a 9-point lead into the locker room here at the half. It's Carthage 40, North Park 31. We'll pause, take a 2-minute break. Back with our halftime numbers right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Carthage Redmond basketball on 1050 WLIP, brought to you in part by Something Different, a sports fan fantasy land on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. By Lou Perini's Gas and Grocery in Kenosha, gas for under $2 a gallon, and home of Mama P's Ho Ho Cakes. They're on Sheridan Road, 1 block north of 52nd Street. By Wingstop of Kenosha on Highway 50, they're the wing experts. Order wings online today at wingstop.com. By Armored Seal Coating, protecting your investment with asphalt seal coating and crack filling maintenance. ArmoredSealCoating.com. By Summers Garden Florist and Gifts on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Steve Vigiano Insurance. You need Steve. Call him today, 262-605-9880. SJ Crystals Menswear for the finest in men's fashions. It's clearly SJ Crystals on 57th Street and 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. By Luigi's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant, 39th Avenue, just a block south of Highway 50. You can order online at luigispizzakenosha.com. And by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, just east of I-94 on Highway 50, and Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center. They're located on Highway 50 at 39th Avenue, inside the Triangle on Kenosha's south side. Redmond with the lead here at the half, 40-31. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha. Redmond built out as much as a 14-point lead late here in the first half. They've been in control ever since the game tied at 8. Redmond went on a 8-0 run, opened up a 16-8 lead. That lead ballooned out to 13, and they maintained that lead. The Vikings chopped it to 7 a couple of times, would get no closer than 7. About 2 minutes left. Redmond able to build out back to double-digit lead and lead by 9 here at the half. As we take a look at the halftime numbers, Redmond 18 for 39 tonight so far, 46%, 4 of 10 from behind the arc, 40%, and the Redmond 0 for 1 at the free throw line. North Park struggled tonight. They have 31%, 12 of 38, just 2 for 13 on the long ball, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. So cold shooting combined with a 27-21 advantage on the glass, the Redmond have that 9-point lead. Individually for the Redmen in that first half, it was Preston Laquetta, I should say, with 10 points. Laquetta 4 for 7 from the floor, including a pair of three-pointers. He also chipped in 5 rebounds in that first half. Laquetta with 10. Sean Johnson, 10 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, most of those coming off the left and right block, per usual for Johnson. And he also has 5 rebounds and 2 blocks tonight for the Redmen. Jordan Kodrowski was 7 on 3 of 5 shooting, including a three-pointer. Keenan Baltimore with 6 on 3 of 8 from the field. He has 6 assists tonight. And Mike Kennedy with 3 points and 3 rebounds through the first 10 minutes. Meanwhile, for North Park in that first half, it was the forward and Burgard Hengen, 6'6" junior out of Oslo, Norway, leading the way with 11 points tonight. Morris with 7, Merrick with 6, Zuba with 5, and Sanders with 2 points in that first half. Rebounding, as I mentioned, the Redmen a 27-21 advantage. Leading rebounder for Carthage tonight, a pair of them, Sean Johnson and Preston Laquetta, each with 5. For the Vikings, their leading rebounder was Zuba with 8 of his team's 21. Neither team turned the ball much here in the first half. Carthage whistled for 3 turnovers, while the Vikings for 2. Take a look at the standings here coming into games tonight. Illinois Wesleyan, North Central, Augustana, and North Park. Your top spot, all with 1 victory so far. Wheaton, Milliken, Carthage, and Carroll, the bottom half. Elmhurst opening up conference play tonight. They're taking on Milliken tonight. And that score at the half, the Blue Jays lead Milliken 33-31 in Decatur tonight. Interesting game going on down in the Shirk Center tonight. Illinois Wesleyan bumped up a couple of spots to number 8 and undefeated at 7-0 on the season. Wheaton trying to rebound from a couple of tough losses, and the Thunder lead it at the half 50-49. In Naperville tonight, North Central leading Carroll leading North Central, I should say, 26-22. That game at the half. And non-conference tilt tonight, Augustana going out of conference tonight. They're down in Jacksonville, Illinois, to take on McMurray College. And that game about 7 minutes into the first half, and the Vikings lead it 12-3. Lady Reds in action. They're at halftime down at Wheaton, and things not going so good for Tim Bernero's Lady Reds as they trail at the half by a score of 42-26. In that first half, it was Hannah Fraser, 14 points on 6 of 13 shooting for the Thunder. The only player in double figures for the Thunder. Hannah Williams with 9. For the Lady Reds, Sammy Woodward with 12 on 4 of 6 shooting. She's a perfect 3 for 3 from outside the arc. Autumn Kalis with 7. And Bailey Gilbert with just 3. And Maggie Berrigan with only 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting. So Lady Reds with some work to do at the half, trailing at Wheaton by a score of 42-26. That's a big ball game. Tim Bernero needs that one tonight. Boy, you'd like to get a split at worst over your first 2 games with the 2 teams that are picked ahead of you by the coaches. Illinois Wesleyan and Wheaton picked for the 1-2 spots by the coaches in the women's coaches poll prior to the start of the season. As we mentioned, the Redmen with back-to-back home games here. They'll take on North Park tonight. They've got Elmhurst on the schedule Saturday, 7 o'clock tilt here. And as an added bonus on Saturday night, you want to come out for the halftime festivities. We've got the annual holiday dance with the Red Hots and the Carthage senior football players. They had their dress rehearsal here tonight, and quite interesting, some of the dance moves put on by some of the offensive and defensive linemen for the Redmen out there with the Red Hots tonight. So that'll be some of the added bonus on Saturday for Saturday's game. And then the Redmen hit the road Tuesday night next week. They'll take on Beloit College in Beloit. That'll be Tuesday, December 11th. Lady Reds return home Saturday to take on Elmhurst. And then they will play that home game Monday night. That's a makeup of the game lost on November 30th with that snowstorm. And so the Lady Reds are making that one up on Monday the 10th. That's a 5:30 tip Monday night, by the way, so you'll want to get here early. If you can't be here early, certainly join me on the radio here on 1050 WLIP beginning at 5:15 Monday night for Lady Reds basketball. And then the Lady Reds will have a couple of games into and out of the final semester finals, while the Redmen have that road game next Tuesday, wrapping up their games in Wisconsin, because then the following week, Carthage men travel to Miami. They'll take on Eastern Connecticut State and Penn State Harrisburg in tournament action down at the Hoop Miami tournament down in Miami, Florida. And that'll be on the 17th and 19th of this month. Then Redmen don't play again until January 2nd at Wheaton, while the Lady Reds will have a couple of games here at home prior to the semester break, and then they head to Las Vegas for a pair of games against Gettysburg and Ohio Northern. That a post-Christmas travel to Las Vegas for the Lady Reds, part of the D3 Hoops Vegas shootout from the South Point Hotel and Casino Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Looking forward to bringing you those games as well. Redmen lead it here at the half, 40-31. Before we kick it to a break, want to mention this announcement by the CCIW this week. They've got a new executive director, and her name is Maureen Hardy. She will serve as the new conference commissioner beginning July 1st of this coming year, and she will take over for Chris Martin, who will step down at the end of this academic year. So she will become the second full-time commissioner in the history of the CCIW. Hardy's a native of Arlington Heights, Illinois. She currently serves as the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and she will take over as the commish of the CCIW starting July 1st. Congratulations to Maureen Hardy. Looking forward to having her on board as part of this great Division III league, the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Redmen lead it here at the half, 40-31. Back with second half action at the Tarble Arena after this 60-second break on AM 1050 WLIP. Redmen lead it here by 9, 40-31. Both teams getting set to go here for this second half here at the beautiful Tarble Arena. And the Redmen need to come out with some energy here to start this second half. Had pretty much I would say, good energy level here throughout the first half. Built out as much as a 14-point lead. The minute 45 remaining. Got trimmed on a 7-0, or should say a 5-0 run here by North Park to close out this first half. So this first 5 minutes, I think, will be key for both teams. And the fact that Tom Slider had to burn 4 timeouts in that first half. He only has 2 remaining here for the rest of the game, while the Redmen have 5 timeouts remaining. See if that plays a factor here, particularly early. The Redmen get off on a 7, 8, 9, 10-0 run. That precludes Slider from taking that timeout. Should be the starting 5 here for the Redmen as they're huddled up around Bosko Jurkovic. Bosko, 5 victories away and 5 CCIW victories away from joining Denny Bridges as the only 2 coaches with 300 or more victories in the CCIW. Denny, though, well over 400 in his great coaching career. It was good to see him down in Bloomington on Saturday. Visited with him for a little bit prior to the broadcast, and he is looking well. Told me his golf game needs a little work, but other than that, he is enjoying life in retirement. Redmond with the ball to start this second half. Kennedy, Kadrowski, Laketta, Baltimore, and Johnson out there. Zuba, Morris, Tangen, Simmons, and Olson for North Park. Inside look, Laketta missed the layup, got his own rebound low right, gathers it in, goes up off the glass and in. Redmond with the first points here this second half. Laketta able to hang with it. He now has 12. The ball now left to right, Kendall Morris looking inside. Now the kick to Merrick, open in the left corner for three. That one's no good. Kadrowski able to tip it to Laketta. Another rebound for the Redmen. They have owned the glass here tonight, 29-21. Work it off to Kadrowski. Back to Laketta. Fires the three. That was way off. Zuba flashing in front of Laketta that time, bothered that shot. Rebound, Morris. On the penetration, got around Laketta and got called for the foul. Took a step and a drive around Laketta, and Laketta taking a swat with that hand, kind of caught him across the forehead. Check each other out, say, okay, no probs. Morris will have to earn it at the line. Free throw up and in for Morris. Second one good. 2 for 2 that trip. Morris with 9 points tonight. Lead is 9, 42-33 Redmond. Inside our first minute here of second half action. Kennedy now works it off to Baltimore. TJ Best in that lineup now to start the second half instead of Sean Johnson. Laketta for three, swisheroo. Laketta over Merrick that time from the left wing. Nothing but nylon for Laketta. 15 points. Leads all scorers tonight. Hengen now puts it on the floor. Left-hand dribble. Going strong left around Laketta. Missing. Rebound. Kennedy. Kennedy now with 4 boards tonight. Down quickly to Baltimore. Feed back to Kennedy streaking in. Blew the layup. Tried the old backdoor play that time, but couldn't finish. Vikings will clear it out. Morris, little stutter step, now penetrates to the paint. Around Laketta again. Lays it up and in. Got to stop the dribble penetration. They get in front of Morris. Keep him in front of you. 11 now. Game high honors for his team in Morris. Deep three by Laketta. Good over Zuba. That was 2 feet behind the NBA arc that time for Laketta. Tom Slider taking the sport coat off and saying, where have I seen that before? Oh, that's right. Francis was in the building Saturday night. Nice feed to Merrick on the shovel pass from Sanders. Merrick able to lay it in low left. Merrick now with 8. 11-point Redmond lead, 48-37. 3 minutes into our second half. Kennedy now back up top to Baltimore. Left side feed Best. Best kick to the corner left side. Baltimore and traveled with it. Little stutter step, little crow hop stutter, and didn't put the ball on the floor. A second time tonight they've made that call, and told you they call it at least once a half. Crow hop before you put the ball down. Just the 4th turnover by the Redmond tonight, first of the second half. 48-37 Carthage. Tengen up top to Zuba. Hands it back to Tengen. Works the right-hand dribble. Shoots over Laketta at the free throw line short. Rebound going to Baltimore. Redmond controlling the glass tonight. Baltimore hands it off to Kadrowski. Tried to kick to the corner. Saved by Kennedy. That one wild pass that time. Merrick with the steal the other way to Morris. Penetrates. Tried to shovel it off. Best got in the passing lane that time to take it away. Back-to-back turns by each team here. Now Kadrowski up top to Baltimore. Left wing it goes to Best. Morris out on him. Best feeding Laketta. He's got the hot hand. Laketta facing Zuba. Will shoot over Zuba. That one's off the heel of the rim. No good. Hanging with the rebound. Not much movement that time away from the basketball by the Redmen that trip. The 8:37 Carthage got a whistle and a foul away from the play on a hold.
Fouls on number 10, Best.
We go on TJ Best.
Team second.
That is
Now
his
in for the
second.
Redmen,
Second team foul of the half for the Redmen. Be Pierce coming in, and I don't see Johnson on the bench here for Carthage. So I'm not sure what's up with Sean Johnson. Had a good first half, but he's not on the bench here. Talked to Boschko after the game about that. Laketta comes out. Pierce in for Laketta. North Park with the basketball. Simmons on the drive, and Sanders, I should say, and he was fouled. Hatchet job that time by the Redmond defender, Keenan Baltimore. That's the third team foul on the Red of this second half. Morris with the dribble, hands it back off to Tangen. Out of Zuba, back to Tangen, backing down on the right block, turns, shoots over Baltimore, missing. Battle for the loose ball. Sanders picked it up, went back up with it, held ball. Baltimore tied him up. North Park will keep possession.
Possession to North Park.
Vikings get it in. Zuba in the right corner. Up top to Tangen. Sanders, spin move, penetrate, kick to Zuba, took it back behind the arc, shot the three over Pierce and hits. Caught that ball 2 feet inside the arc, backed himself up for the triple, and it's an 8-point game now, 48-40, Redmond in front. Baltimore up top to Pierce. To Kennedy. Kennedy on the drive, left side, cut off nicely by Merrick. Back out to Pierce for three. Back iron miss, long rebound, hauled in by Sanders. Chance to close to within 6 or less here. Again, Johnson on the bench, sitting near Zach Halves, the trainer for the Redmen. Yet to play here in the second half. Zuba again going over Pierce, missing. Baltimore clears out the rebound as Best and Morris take a tumble. The Redmen will take a timeout. Play getting a little ragged here, and Bosco wants to take the timeout. Carthage timeout here with 14:20 remaining in this second half. Lead down to 8. Redmond led by as many as 14. Led by 11 here in the second half. You see the Vikings here close to within 8. Vikings 3 for 9, including a three-pointer here to start this second half. Carthage 3 for 8, 2 for 4 from behind the arc. Well, the Lady Reds have closed to within 9 midway through the third quarter. They trail Wheaton now 50-41. Was a 16-point Thunder lead. Pierce will inbound from midcourt. Pierce, Best, Baltimore, Kedrowski, and Kennedy. Merrick, Zuba, Morris, Sanders, and Tangen for the Viking. Kedrowski with it high on the right, guarded by Sanders. To Pierce, right side, Best. Now inside Baltimore, working on Tangen, backing him down on the right block. Triple team by Merrick. A little help out from Sanders. To the right corner it goes to Kennedy. He'll knock down the triple. They needed that. Kennedy with a big bucket there. 6 points for Kennedy. The lead back to 11. 51-40. 6.5 minutes gone by here in this second half. Give and go look to Sanders. Had to corral it. Got it down to Tangen. Driving in from the top of the circle. To Zuba. Back out to Merrick. Driving left side. Bumped into Pierce. Missed the shot. Merrick with the tap. No good. They go for the loose rebound, and it goes off of Merrick out of bounds. Adam Radcliffe will check in now for the Redmen, replacing Best. Also coming in for the Vikings, Cardell Simmons. 5'11" guard out of Hubbard High School in Chicago. 51-40 Redmond. Kennedy with it, high on the left. Out of Pierce, around to Kedrowski, high on the right. We got a whistle away from the play. Hanging on a hold on Baltimore. First on Tangen, and the first on the Vikings here in this second half. Scott Olson will check in, replacing Matt Zuba for the Vikings. Redmond will inbound right of their basket here. Kennedy, trigger. And no Sean Johnson here so far in the second half. Sitting in his warm-ups by the training staff. Not sure what happened there. It's Baltimore now on the drive, traveled. Made some contact with Tangen, thought he was going to get the foul, and official James Wilburn calling that a travel. There was a foul instead of a travel. The Viking ball here, trailing by 11. Morris, step back three over Radcliffe, in and out. The rebound, Pierce. The Redmen have dominated the glass here of late. 33-28 now. The advantage on the rebound. Baltimore in the paint, going up and over Tangen that time with a soft right hand. Just 8 points tonight for Baltimore, well under his 21 per game average. 53-40, double digits here for the Redmen, 12:20 to go in the game. Now on the drive, out of the corner, Merrick had a block from behind by Pierce, taken away by Kennedy across midcourt, and he was fouled by Simmons. Just as Kennedy was going to get loose and try a breakout from midcourt, Simmons made contact. Redmond will inbound. Radcliffe, Pierce, Kennedy, Baltimore, and Kedrowski. And the left is Kedrowski, reversing the right side. Radcliffe now. Inside Baltimore, a little fade shot, up and over Tangen again. Baltimore back-to-back buckets, now in double digits with 10. Lead back out to 15. 7-0 run here by the Redmen. Merrick now driving in, left side, contact and a foul before the shot at the free throw line, says Andrew Williams. Kennedy with the foul. That's his first, fourth team foul on the Redmen. Zuba will check in for Tangen for the Vikings. Merrick will trigger the inbound. Morris with it. Behind the back dribble, penetrates, a little scoop with the right hand, and good. Nice move that time by Morris. A little quick scatter move that time as he behind the back dribble and a spin move through the paint. 13 tonight for Morris. Baltimore back out to Kennedy for three off the right wing. Catch and release, no good. Baltimore with the rebound. Stick back, bounces off the rim, no good. Radcliffe going back up with it, draws the foul. Good job inside by the Redmen to keep that one alive. Kennedy's three, dancing around the rim. Baltimore had a shot, and then Radcliffe came down with it. Was fouled on the way back up. Morris across the arm, his second. Radcliffe at the line for a pair. One's up and in. From Radcliffe, that's his first made free throw of the season. First trip to the line this year for Radcliffe. Up and in with the second, 2 for 2. It's the second trip to the line tonight for the Redmen. It's a 57-42 lead, under 11 minutes to go here in Kenosha. Simmons on the dribble, cut off at the top of the circle by Baltimore. Off to Morris left wing, got around Radcliffe, and Radcliffe had a grab and count it. Quick first step by Morris, and that's his MO. Really quick, likes to drive that paint. Most of the time on tape watching him goes to his right, just like that. Morris at the line, shooting 2, comes up short, I should say, on the three-point play. 57-44, 13-point Redmond lead. Lady Reds have cut it to 5 now at the end of 3. They trail 55-50 at Wheat. Kudrowski high off the glass, missing, got his own rebound. Back out to Baltimore. Kennedy now on the left wing, guarded by Merrick. Tosses it to Baltimore. Baltimore backing down. Soft right-hand hook is good. Catches that ball in the paint on that block on the left side and backed Olsen down and then turned with that soft right-hand hook. 12 for Baltimore, and then we got a foul, Radcliffe again on Morris. Radcliffe with some trouble there with Morris. He'll come out. TJ Best will check back in. Engen will check back in now for North Park, replacing Olsen. 59-44 Redmond. Morris for 3, that's no good. Kennedy with another rebound. 6 off the glass tonight for Kennedy. At 11 rebounds in that loss to Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday. He's really done the job on that side. Pierce for 3, that's no good. Kennedy again trying to fight for that ball, and we got a foul. Simmons going over the back of Kennedy. Kennedy had position inside. That ball caromed right to him, and as he was trying to control it, Simmons bumped him from behind. 4th team foul on the Vikings. Edmund will outlet the inbound to Best. Circle around near the center stripe. Now to Kudrowski, inside Baltimore. Backing down on the block again. Got a foul on Tangen. 2-hand shove in the back. Tangen picks up his 2nd, 5th team foul. Carthage with 6 team fouls. North Park with 5. Redmond to inbound again. Kudrowski to Baltimore. Hands it back to Kudrowski. 3 out of the left corner. No. Rebound Merrick. From the free throw line, Merrick to Tangen. Trying to break 3. Go turnaround shot off the glass is good. Merrick with the rebound and the assist on Tangen's layup. 13 tonight. 59-46. Baltimore again working on Tangen. Backing him down on the left block, turning, going up the right hand, and rattles in. Keenan Baltimore. Another nice look for Baltimore. He's got that soft jump shot. Baltimore. 9 points here in this second half. 8:45 to play, 61-46. Morris on the drive, blocked by Pierce. 7th shot block tonight by the Redmen. Baltimore left alone on the arc. 3-point shot is good. Took the scope, drew it in, eyeballed it, and hit it. Timeout, North Park. 8.5 minutes to go in Kenosha. 18-point Redmond lead. Carthage 64, North Park 46. We'll take a 60-second break on AM 1050 WLIP. (16-6) run here over the last 3.5 minutes for the Redmen. They've built out their largest lead of the game, 64-46. John Weiser back with you here at the Tarble Arena. 8:21 to go, and on the drive, Simmons coming down the left side, was fouled. Chirac with the foul. Chirac is second, so you have Chirac, Pierce, Baltimore, Kennedy, and Best out there. Simmons at the free throw line for 2. Backs that down. Simmons out there with Merrick and Zuba, Hangen, and Morris. Lady Reds have come back. They've cut their deficit down to 1. As Morris, or I should say Simmons, hits both free throws. First 2 points tonight for Simmons, 64-48 Redmond. Chirac now on the drive, right side, going up over Zuba. It falls off, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Off a North Park player. Carthage will retain possession. Zuba, or I should say Chirac got a good look that time as he went around Zuba. Just unable to finish. Sean Johnson not playing here in the second half. Be an injury of some sort. We'll find out in our post game when we chat with Bosco. Will it be Steve tonight? We had one or the other, and Baltimore again with that travel, that little crow hop as he was trying to set up Hangen on the left block. Turns it over. Baltimore tonight, that is his 5th turnover. 3 of those have been that crow hop travel. 64-48 Redmond. Simmons now takes it out of the right corner, trying to feed Zubin. It's taken away by Baltimore on a steal. Just the 4th turnover committed by North Park tonight. They've combined for just 11 as Chirac able to hit the 3 out of the left corner. First points tonight for Brett. 67-48. 16-6 run has blown this one open here by the Redmen in the second half. Morris now. Zuba, turnaround. Kicked it back out to Merrick. Open 3, left wing, short. Hanging with the offensive board. Blocked by Kennedy, out of bounds. Michael Kennedy with his first block tonight. That's 8 shot blocks tonight for the Redmen, as Laquetta will check in now for Pierce for Carthage. Isaiah Sanders will check in now as he will replace Simmons. Vikings inbound. Knocked out by Best. Get it into Morris that time. Vikings get it in. Morris handling it now with the dribble. Works off the screen set by Zuba. Now penetrates, looking to dish to Tangen in the paint. No good. Deflects back to Morris. His shot no good. Battle for the loose ball, and it's taken away by Chirac inside for the Redmen. 6:35 to play, and 19-point advantage, Carthage. Chirac now. Beating Baltimore on the right block. Turning. Facing Tangen. Got him off his feet. Couldn't convert the shot, though. Kicked it to Kennedy. Back to Baltimore out of the corner for the triple. Knocks it down. Baltimore now at 20. 15 here in the second half for Baltimore. 70-48. 6 minutes to go here in Kenosha. Try and work it inside. We got a foul before the pass here. Chirac got tangled up with Tangen. Check that, Best with the foul. Jake Ellis will check in for the first time tonight for North Park, a 6'3" guard out of Denver, Colorado. He'll replace Toby Merrick. Merrick with 10 points and 3 rebounds. Sliders going to the bench here. Isaiah Webster in now. 5'7" guard out of Plainfield, a transfer from Rockford University, replacing Morris. The Vikings with just 1 timeout. Slider had to use 4 timeouts in the first half. Used 1 here in the second half, so he's down to 1 remaining. Kennedy will take it across midcourt. The Best near wing to Laquetta. Turns on Zuba, driving left side, underneath the basket. Kick back out to Chirac for 3. Right wing, back rim, no. Kennedy with another offensive board for Carthage. 8 boards tonight for Kennedy. He had 11 Saturday night. Now he'll launch a 3. Back iron miss. This time the rebound to Sanders. Sanders, the Tangen out of the right corner. Working on Baltimore. Baltimore staying right with him. Takes it all the way out behind the arc now on the right wing. Takes it off to Sanders again, trying to lose Kennedy. Bumped by Kennedy, and before the shot, they say. So says David Cronin, the official. Kennedy with the foul. That'll be his second. 9th team foul on the Redmen, as Kodrowski will come in for best for Carthage. Isaiah Sanders at the line for the first time tonight. Vikings 11 for 12 at the stripe tonight. Hit 12 out of 13 as Sanders connects. 3 points tonight for Sanders. Wonder how he slept Saturday night. Had to guard Ashton Francis for 30 minutes Saturday night. Makes both free throws here. He has 4. 18-point Redmond lead. Kennedy facing some pressure in the backcourt. Get it across. Feeds Baltimore. Back to Kennedy, but at his feet. Circle back on the dribble. Baltimore wants him to clear out. Laketta with 10 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Kodrowski between the circles. Kodrowski on the drive. Going up over Tangen. Couldn't get it to fall. Right off the rim that time. Rebound to Isaiah Webster. Webster to Sanders. Back out to Tangen. Tangen now on the drive. Turning on Baltimore. Altered the shot. Baltimore had a hand in his face. Laketta able to pick up the loose ball. 4.5 to play. Redmond lead by 18. Iraq into Laketta. Through the paint. Cut off. Looking for a backdoor help. Got too deep that time. Steal by the Vikings. Webster able to keep that one alive. Again for Laketta there, he just got too deep underneath, didn't know what he was going to do till he got there, and that indecision cost a possession. Now Tangen inside, missed the bunny as he went over Baltimore. It rolled off the rim, now Kodrowski away with it. A timeout taken here by the Redmen. Bosco not happy at all with this last minute and a half here by the Redmen offensively. They'll take the timeout with 32nd timeout, I should say, with exactly 4 minutes to play. Lady Reds trail by 5 midway through the fourth quarter in Wheaton. Thunder 67, Carthage 62. Reminder that Bosco Jurkovic can be heard Friday mornings at 6:20 on AM 1050 WLIP. Bosco with Bill and Pete, part of the Wake Up Kenosha crew on 1050 WLIP, every Friday morning at 6:20 here on 1050 WLIP. Kennedy, Chirac, Laketta, Baltimore, and Kodrowski. Again, Sean Johnson not playing here in the second half. Not sure what's up there. Johnson with 10 first half points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks tonight. Playing 15 minutes in the first half, has not played here in the second half. Redmond ball following the timeout. Baltimore will toss it in. Looking for Laketta underneath. Makes the catch and the foul. Simon Jacobson, a freshman from Oslo, Norway, in there now for the Vikings. He commits the foul. Got a whole new look here for the Vikings. Laketta misses the free throw. Jake Ellis, Jeremy Greenlee, Jacobson, Sanders, and Webster out there for the Vikings. 1 for 2 that trip. 71-52 Redmond, under 4 minutes to play. Carroll leading North Central by 2 midway through the second half. Down in Naperville tonight. Central checking into the top 25 with their victory over the weekend. The missed shot, the rebound by Kodrowski. 46-33 advantage on the glass tonight by the Redmen. Kodrowski now. High on the right, guarded by Webster, swings it off to Laketta, now out to Kennedy with 8 on the shot clock. Kennedy to find some room on the floor, now driving, going up with the finger roll, lays it up and in. Shot clock going down, Kennedy with the layup. 8 points for Kennedy. Travel inside. Sanders taking a walk. Again, for the margin of score, not many turnovers by either team. 8 committed by the Redmen, 5 by North Park tonight. Redmen dominating the boards, particularly in the first half. Vikings cut it to 8. It's 48-40. Midway through this second half, but the Redmen on a 16-6 run blew it open, and now Baltimore on his drive was fouled by Jeremy Greenlee. Greenlee, a junior out of Country Club Hills, Illinois. Sanders will check out. Wheel Spates in there now. 6-foot freshman guard out of Glenbard North. Baltimore with 18 second half points, drops in the free throw. 21 tonight. His first trip to the line. Redmond only 3 trips to the free throw line all night. Makes them both. 22 at his season average for Keenan Baltimore, 75-52. On the cusp of closing the all-time series gap with a win here tonight. Was 57-55 in favor of the Vikings. It's to cut that all-time series down to 1. And, of course, most of that done, of course, with Coach McCarroll and that great teams of the 70s and 80s. Of course, Bosco part of that, both as a player and coach for McCarroll. As Chirac is down injured, and they'll let the play carry on until the Redmen get possession. They have it now, and Chirac rolled that ankle as he went up for that rebound. He landed on somebody else's foot and turned that ankle. And he's in quite some pain down at the free throw line in front of the Redmen sideline. Oh, our video producer, John Voinovich, has a replay of that or not, but it certainly looked like Chirac went up for that rebound and landed awkwardly on somebody else's foot. Zach Cavs, the trainer out there. Johnson held out here in the second half for what apparently must be an injury of some sort. Chirac put any weight on that left ankle. Testing it out. Going to be helped off the floor. Cavs going to help him over to the sideline there and get some ice on that ankle. Let's hope it's just a sprain and nothing more than that. Johnson mentioned on the bench. Brad Perry still yet to play this year. Off-season knee surgery late in the summer and expected back sometime in January. Thunder now have regained the lead by 11 down in week 76-55 with about 4 minutes left in that game. Andrew Williams says on the inbound, the Redmen stepped in and out, so they gave the possession back to North Park. Free ball on the way, no good. Kennedy with another rebound tonight. 9 tonight for Kennedy. Boy, back-to-back games off the glass for Kennedy. 11 Saturday, 9 tonight. $1.40 to go. We're going to even their conference mark at 1-1. Get back to 500 overall at 4-4. Count it, and 1 for Keenan Baltimore, low right. Greenlee committing the foul, got him across the arm as he laid it up and in. Kennedy will come out. Nice hand for Kennedy as he makes his way to the Redmond bench. Nice game tonight. 8 points, but more importantly, 9 rebounds. I can count 3 offensive boards tonight for Kennedy. Baltimore on the line to complete the 3-point play. 24 points, make it 25 tonight for Baltimore. He'll take a seat As checking in for Keenan will be Eric Braum. Braum, a junior out of Tremper High School, 6'3". (78-52). 26-point advantage here for the Redmen. It was an 8-point game midway through. 16-6 run. Redmen were on their way here as on the drive and the layup by Jeremy Greenlee. His first points tonight. Kedrowski across. Now to Michael Huff in there now as well. Huff, a 6'1" freshman out of Grant Community High School. Some potential there for Huff as he develops. Kedrowski spinning, looking inside for Huff. Pass broken up, picked up by Pierce. Turnaround shot off the glass, wouldn't fall. Rebound Kedrowski, his effort won't go in, and it's taken away by Greenlee. The 8 seconds to play. Pierce got a block out of bounds. Swats Greenlee's shot out of play. That is the 9th shot block tonight by the Redmen. Second one, make it the 3rd one by Pierce tonight. Final 30 seconds. Redmen and North Park 1-1 on the season in conference play. The Vikings fall to 2-7 overall. On the drive, Burns able to defend nicely. In the miss, Burns will dribble it out, and Carthage will end their 3-game losing skid here tonight in a good way. 78-54 is going to be your final score. Carthage snapping a 3-game losing skid. And meanwhile, the Vikings, all that momentum off that home victory over Wheaton gone, as they will board the bus and head back to Foster and Kedzie tonight. A 78-54 victory for the Redmen over North Park. We'll pause and take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll run down the numbers and visit with head coach Bosko Jurkovic. Part of our post-game report coming your way next following a Redmen victory tonight. Carthage 78, North Park 54 on AM 1050 WLIP. Carthage basketball brought to you in part tonight by Ruffalo's 2 Pizzeria and Family Restaurant on 45th Street in Kenosha. Check their full menu out online at ruffalos2.com. By Lou Perini's Gas and Groceries, Sheridan Road and 52nd Street in Kenosha at louperini.com. Something different is Sports Fan Fantasyland on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Luigi's Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant, they're on 39th Avenue, a block south of Highway 50. Find them online at luigispizzakenosha.com. By Armored Seal Coating, protecting your investment with asphalt seal coating and crack filling maintenance. Find them online at armoredsealcoating.com. If you don't call them, it's your own asphalt. Summers Garden Florist and Gifts on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Steve Vigiano Insurance. You need Steve. Call him today, 262-605-9880. And by S.J. Crystal's Menswear. For the finest in men's fashions, it's clearly S.J. Crystal's on 57th Street and 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Mason's Eatery and Pub, Highway 50 west of Green Bay Road. Don't be a chain eater. Eat at Mason. By Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. They're on I-94, or I should say on Highway 50, just east of I-94 in Kenosha. And by Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center, 3 miles east of I-94 on Highway 50 at 39th Avenue in the Triangle on Kenosha's south side. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena, where tonight the Carthage Redmen pick up a victory, ending their 3-game losing skid, 78-54. And when you look at it tonight, where was this game won? I will tell you. Redmen with the rebounding totals tonight. That's where you'll find Carthage with a 54-35 advantage on the glass tonight. That was the difference. The fact that the Redmen only turned it over 9 times also helped. They did this without Sean Johnson in the second half. We'll ask Bosco here in just a minute what's up with that, but it did not play in the second half, was sitting on the sideline next to the Carthage trainer throughout much of that second half. So we'll check in on that. Redmen tonight, as far as point total goes, they put 3 players in double figures, led tonight by Keenan Baltimore. Baltimore in the second half with 16 of his 25 here in the second half, as he finished with game-high honors, 25 points, 10 for 16 from the field, and he also dished out 6 assists and 2 steals tonight for Keenan Baltimore. Preston Laquetta kind of quietly tonight with 19, 7 of 13 from the floor, 4 of 7 from behind the arc. He also chipped in 9 rebounds tonight as well. Laquetta with 19. Sean Johnson, 10 points, all in the first half on 5 of 8 shooting. Mike Kennedy with 8 points. Kennedy 3 for 8, including a pair of 3-pointers tonight. He too with 9 rebounds tonight. Jordan Kadrowski with 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's what you like to see out of a point guard. Dishing, scoring, and rebounding tonight. Kadrowski had it going for 31 minutes, finished with 7 points. 3 points for Brett Chirac, who left with that ankle injury late. Adam Ratcliffe with 2, TJ Best with 2, Kyle Pierce with 2. Close out the scoring for the Redmen. On the game tonight, the Redmen 31 for 69. The second half, 13 of 30, 43%. They mentioned for the game, 44% shooting tonight for the Redmen. Carthage in the second half, 6 of 14 shooting the 3. For the game, 10 for 24, 41%. And at the line, Redmen got the line 4 times tonight, 6 of 8 at the stripe for the Redmen. Meanwhile, for North Park tonight, their shooting woes continue, as the second half especially, just 7 for 30 in the second half, 23% for the game, 19 of 68, 27% tonight shooting, and that's the 6th game out of the 9 they've played where they've shot less than 40% from the field. 3-point shooting tonight for the Vikings, 3 of 19. Vikings were 13 of 14 from the stripe. They got 15 from Vigard Tangen, 13 for Kendrell Morris, 10 for Toby Merrick tonight. But the difference tonight, really, the second half. Carthage, it was an 8-point ball game, about 12 minutes to go, 48-40. Redmond went on a 16-6 run at that point, and they were never challenged the rest of the way out as they bumped that lead to 18. Led by as many tonight as 26 late, and finish with the victory tonight, 78-54. Joined now by assistant coach Steve Jurkovic, and good game tonight, particularly on the glass. I'm impressed with that 54-35 advantage on the window tonight.
Ever since the Olivet game a week ago, where we were minus 20 on the boards, that's something we really harped. And I think we won the boards down at Wesley and gave ourselves a chance to win. And when you're plus 15 on the boards, you're probably going to win more games than you're not. And I think the guys have done a good job. Mike Kennedy, the last 2 games, has been outstanding. Preston got you 9, Keenan got you 7. And it really made a difference for us.
I thought that was the difference, was, again, getting Kennedy on the glass tonight, following up his 11-rebound performance the other night. And Jordan Kodrowski, I think it was said at the shoot-around today, if your guards get 7, 8 rebounds tonight, you're going to be in the victory column.
That's what it was. The games that when we struggled a little bit, Wash U, Olivet specifically, they were 1 rebound, 2 rebounds each. When they get 9 or 10, 8, 9, whatever it's going to be, it gives you a much better chance because it takes that load off of Keenan and Preston. And with Sean going down, sprained his ankle a little bit, but should be ready for Saturday. We needed somebody else to step up, and Mike Kennedy did that again tonight.
That's what I was going to add. My next question was going to be the health and availability of Sean Johnson, sprained ankle there late in the first half.
Looked like he tweaked it, tried to give it a go in the second half, just said he wasn't 100%. So we didn't want to force it at all, and gave some other guys the opportunity to compete. Keenan really put us on his back in the second half and made good decisions. A few too many turnovers late, but really good job overall for Keenan.
Yeah, he had, I think, 16 here in the second half. I think he was with 6 in the first half, but as you said, I think he felt that he was able to handle the post between Tangen and Zuba underneath.
Absolutely. We're a different, when Sean's not in, we're a different team, obviously, specifically on the defensive end. And we got to work on some things. They're lightning quick, North Park. They got 5 guys that step out and shoot it. Tangen is a really, really solid player, and you know Zuba's one that we've been talking about all week. And when he gets it going, he doesn't miss much. So good job for us. Got some things we need to work on a little bit, but overall, happy with the effort of the guys.
The energy level and the physicality tonight, I thought, were key in the victory as well.
Makes a difference. And I think that sort of building off, you never want to have moral victories, I guess, after a loss on Saturday night, but I think the guys sort of hunkered down a little bit after Wednesday's loss and said, we got to play better. We got to be a little bit tougher. And shoot, 50-50 balls shouldn't be 50-50. They should be 70-30 in your way, and if they are, you're going to win some games.
And that's the difference tonight. As part of that 54 rebound total tonight were those 50-50 balls that went the Redmond way tonight.
That's what it was, and it starts with the rebounding. You get extra guys in the paint going to go after it, good stuff's going to happen. Mike Handy, again, 9 rebounds, and Kodrowski 7, Laketta 9, Keenan 7. It was a good job all around there, but we don't. Plus 19 on the boards is pretty special.
And you didn't turn it over tonight. That's the other key. 4 turnovers the first half, 5, a couple late that were kind of loosey-goosey with everybody on the floor. But, yeah, you know, still 9 turnovers is good.
That's good. I mean, obviously, we're shooting for that 10, 11, 12 range. I think that's really solid across. Had a few too many at Wesleyan Saturday. But if we hang in this 9, 10, 11 range, again, going to give you a chance to win some games. And had a few issues with some shot selections to when you're looking to stretch it in the first half. You had it 14 and rushed 2 shots. They come down 9 with a shot to take a 3 at the end of the half to cut it to 6. But overall, good effort by the boys.
Defensively, you held them under 40% shooting tonight for the game, just 27%, 19-68, pretty much a hand in the face most of the night.
It was. We didn't leave too many. Their tape was very impressive against Wheaton. They don't turn the ball over at all. They're hard to force to turn over. They make good decisions. Like I said, they always have that outlet pass that they can give you. Anytime they're driving, they're always going to have Tangen. They're always going to have Zuba kind of spacing out the floor, which it makes it difficult for big guys to go out and chase. So they're a difficult team to match up for. They're going to win some games going forward, and we'll see them again in about a month.
Well, you've got Elmhurst in the building here on Saturday. They're in the process of defeating Milliken on the road, 70-62, I believe, is the final in that one. Just going final. So, it'll be another test here. A pretty good team in Elmhurst, kind of that middling team, much like Carthage, and that is now a final 70-62.
Good basketball team. They're very experienced. Very experienced across the board. They got 3 guards that are 3-year starters. Rhodey got his year back, so he's only a sophomore. And then the big guy inside is a load. They have a really good, solid team. They played a great schedule early on, lost to some good teams. I think they were at Wabash, played Oshkosh last week. So we definitely got to be ready to play for that one. And they're always plus on the boards. I think they're plus 7 so far early on this year.
The big game tonight, Wheaton on the road in Bloomington knocks off Illinois Wesleyan 90-88. A huge comeback win for Wheaton after 2. Their coach would tell you probably 2 of their worst games that they play.
If I were to guess, he probably got the same speech that we gave our guys on Thursday after Olivet. And they got guys that can play. They're an experienced group, too. A lot of seniors. Aston Francis, obviously one of the best players in the league. And when he gets it going, they're hard to stop offensively. 90 points in that building is pretty good. And I'll have to look at that after, but we won't see them until after in January.
I'll tell you what, that's what I love about this CCIW. Any given night, no matter where you're at, what you're at, it's a war for 40 minutes.
There's no free ones. There's not. You got to be ready to play. This is a man's game, and every single team can come in and beat you. I think they proved that. North Park beating Wheaton last week after Wheaton was ranked in the top 20 in the country. It's just top to bottom the best league, I think, in the country, and you'll never have that off night. You've got to be ready to play.
4 of the 9 teams getting votes this week in the D3Hoops.com poll.
It is. There's good teams all across the board. Shoot, we're not receiving votes, but we play pretty darn good down at Wesleyan. We're starting to figure out how to play together with this team. Hopefully we'll be healthy. We'll get some news on a couple of our guys and be ready to go for Saturday.
Good luck on Saturday, Steve. We'll see you
Weiser,
then.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Steve Jurkovic, assistant coach here for the Carthage Redmen, joining us on our post game tonight up in the booth. Redmond victory tonight, 78-54. Keenan Baltimore with 25, leading 3 players in double figures for the Redmen. Preston Laketta with 19. Sean Johnson with 10, as we heard. Kind of tweaked an ankle late in the first half. Tried to give it a go in the second half and did not want to force him out there. So hopefully he'll be ready to go Saturday against Elmhurst. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they get 15 from Vigard Tangen and 13 from Kendrell Morris and 10 from Toby Merrick tonight. The team's now equal at 1-1 on the season. Redmond now back to 500 at 4-4 overall, and we'll join you again on Saturday for Carthage Lady Red and Redmond basketball on Saturday night. One other final that just came down. Wheaton hung on to beat Carthage tonight in Wheaton by a score of 80-67. Hannah Frazier with 29 points tonight to lead the way for the Wheaton Thunder. 5 players in double figures. She had 29. Berg and Myroth with 11. Williams with 13. Kyler with 9. For the Lady Reds, Autumn Kalis, 20 points. Sammy Woodward with 17. And those are the only players in double figures for the Lady Reds tonight, who suffer their second consecutive loss. They are now 0-2 in conference. And as I mentioned, both the Lady Reds and Redmond home here on Saturday, as they will take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays. We tip things off starting at 4:45 with our broadcast. A 5 o'clock tip time, Lady Reds and Blue Jays. That'll be followed by Redmond basketball at approximately 7 o'clock Saturday night. Come on out to the Tarble Arena. Support this Lady Red and Redmond team. The Red Hots will be here on Saturday. The Pep Band will be here. We'll have that special halftime Christmas presentation that the Lady Reds and the football team put together as well. So come on out. $6 for adults, $3 for kids and senior citizens, and all Carthage students, faculty, and staff admitted free with their Carthage College ID. Hope to see you out here Saturday for that doubleheader. If not, join me beginning at 4:45 here on 1050 WLIP and on the stream at WLIP.com and at the Carthage video stream as well. My thanks to Scott DeLabio, our engineer back at our Pleasant Prairie studios. Fine job. Thumbs up once again for Scott DeLabio. John Voinovich, as always, on top of things with the video stream. And our thanks to our Carthage students, Elena and Jeremy, tonight, along with Noah, who helped us out on camera and directing our broadcast here tonight. We thank you, our Carthage students, and our viewers and listeners as well, for tuning into Carthage Athletics, heard exclusively on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP. John Weiser saying good night from the Tarble Arena. See you on Saturday on our next broadcast.